Hello and welcome to the Game on Grapevine. Today getting all jacked up on steroids for Gears of War 3. Well, I'm not going to fit into that armour unaided. Oh. Yet, despite Epic Games' announcement misfire at last year's Video Game Awards, anticipation remains high for Gears of War 3, the supposedly final chapter in the COG saga. According to various online sources, a number of important changes to the franchise multiplayer experience have been unearthed, kind of like a delicious emergence hole full of filthy gaming news. So just what can we expect from Gears 3 when it finally bursts, cursing and grunting, into your Xbox? Well, firstly, that eternal holy grail for hardcore multiplayer gamers, dedicated servers. And if that isn't enough to make you walk a bit funny, there are also a number of modes, some new, some revamped, to sink your chainsaw's teeth into once the game launches later this year. To summarise quickly, Warzone is like a team deathmatch, but you can forget respawning. Each player only has one life. Execution also makes a return. It's a slightly tweaked version of Warzone, where the only way you can properly kill an opponent is to execute them. Team Deathmatch is pretty much how it sounds. Each team has a pool of 20 lives to last between them. Once all the lives are gone, it turns into a Warzone-style last man standing affair, so basically, if you can't work together as a team, the inexperienced players are going to drag you down. Capture the Leader is one of the more interesting mode mashups, centred around one nominated player from each team. While simultaneously trying to protect their own leader, players will have to go after the opposing teams. Holding the opposing leader as a meat shield for 30 seconds will secure the match win, but it's not as easy as it sounds.
I have the enemy leader!
King of the Hill makes a return to the series for Gears 3 with a bit of a tweak. You have to hold an objective point on the map until the timer runs out, which gives you a point and spawns a new objective marker on the map. Fairly simple, really. Wingman is another slightly reworked mode on offer in the third title. You get paired up with another player and have to work together to be the last surviving duo. For the third game, team numbers have been reduced from 5 to 4. And finally, Beast is basically a reskinned version of the much-loved Horde mode from previous titles, only this time you're not facing waves of Locust, you're playing as one, attempting all the while to keep COG soldiers at bay.
Cry, my love, don't cry no more.
All very exciting stuff, but when will we be able to get our hands on Gears of War 3 exactly? Well, sadly not until the end of this year, just in time for Christmas. Oh, simmer down, canned crowd. They may be delaying the game, but for the first time ever, they'll reward your patience with a public beta! That's better. So, while the future looks pretty bleak for Marcus and the rest of the gang in the face of the new mutating Lambent, the future's pretty bright for the Gears of War franchise. We'll be bringing you all the details on Gears 3 multiplayer as we get them, particularly those beta dates. In the meantime, I'm off to lift some weights and practice my gruff one-liners. More gaming grumps tomorrow.